Hi, this is Mark, www.thecoinopcollector.com, and this morning I'm going to be talking about my new Kimber Micro CDP with laser grips. It's Sunday morning, and I picked this gun up on Thursday evening. Bought it from a local dealer here in Pennsylvania. Great place to shop, and I think I got a pretty good deal on it. It cost me $1,025. Yes, I know it's an expensive gun, but I wanted it, and I'm going to get into the whole story behind it. Of course, we have a 6% sales tax here in Pennsylvania, but still think it was a pretty good deal. So this gun is, I love the fit and finish on it. It's got the stainless steel slide with what I'd call a satin finish, and has the black anodized aluminum body with the Kim Pro 2 finish on, dual thumb safeties. It's a single action only version, chambered in 380 auto, and they make a few different models of this gun that are cheaper. Why did I get this gun? Well, first off, I want a small, lightweight, concealed carry gun, and I know we can talk a little bit later about the whole, 380 isn't a stopping round and all that stuff. I'm not so worried about that, and I'll mention why in a little bit. But anyway, this gun is very concealable, very easy to carry. It's unobtrusive. I wear a vest in the wintertime. It fits very nicely into my vest pocket. Hardly know it's there. As I said, fit and finish is great. I know a lot of people have issues with the Kim Pro 2. I've had a number of Kimbers now with the Kim Pro 2, and it can chip and come off a bit, but so far so good with this one, although I realize it's just a couple days. So I got this gun because I originally bought the Solo CDP in the LG version as well. And that's an awesome looking gun as well, and it's not cheap either. And I had nothing but problems with my first Solo. The first round of problems had to do with the slide sticking back after every shot, and after doing some research, I learned that that was because the slide drop had not been on the Solo installed properly after somebody at my original dealer shop where I bought my first Solo had taken it apart and put it back together. So I stripped the gun, put it back together correctly, went back to the range, and that gun continued to be problems with me. Failure to feed, failure to eject, stovepiping, etc. Sent it back to Kimber, waited about 6 weeks. They said they fixed all the problems. Got the gun back, took it that night to my range, shot it. Still didn't work. Failure to feed, failure to eject, stovepiping, etc. Called the shop where I bought it, and they thought initially that I was just full of crap. Invited me to bring the gun in and shoot it on their range. I took the gun in. They provided the ammo. They shot it. Same problem. Failure to feed, failure to eject, stovepipe. They tried different magazines that one of their employees had. All the problems with the Solo continued. They apologized to me and refunded my money. I had read that Kimber had solved the problems with the gun, and so I was willing to try another. They didn't have it. I went to another dealer, the dealer that I actually bought this gun from, and he did have it, and so I bought another Solo from him, and he said if there were any problems, just tell him he'd give me my money back right away. Went to the range with the new Solo, and initially I had no problems, maybe 1 or 2 failures to eject in 200 rounds. I then didn't really use the gun for a couple of months, and a couple weeks ago, I broke it out again, went to the range, tried 3 different recommended ammos, and nothing would cycle as it should have. I had just every single magazine failure to feed or failure to eject. And the gun is currently at Kimber with their service right now. And I'm hoping, I have no trust in the Solo. And even if they say they fix it, I don't want it, and I told them that. And they have been really quite courteous and nice to deal with. And I think there's a very good possibility that they're going to exchange the gun for another model Kimber. And I'm hoping an Ultra CDP 2 with laser grips, because that's the gun that I basically traded in to get the Solo. I bought the Solo because it was 9mm and an acceptable self-defense round. And all my guns, except for my Colt Single Action Army, which is pretty much just for pretty and looking at, are 9mm. And it's an affordable round. That's why I like 9mm. It's sufficient and it's affordable. I can locally right now buy 100 rounds of the Winchester white box for about $24, as compared to the 380, which is much more expensive. And that's why I always avoided 380. But with the Solo not working, reading lots of problems with the SIG, being pretty much similar to the Solo, trying to pack that punch into that small frame, the punch of a 9 into a small frame, I figured I'd give this little Kimber Micro a try. And I read nothing but good reviews on this gun, and sure enough, yesterday I went to the range. I did not shoot it a lot because I didn't have a bunch of ammo. I shot one box of Blazer Lawman TMJ bullets, and every shot perfect and accurate. My only thoughts about that was on the I'm sorry, I think I said Blazer Spear Lawman. My only thought on that was that the Spear Lawman ammunition was, I thought, quite dirty. I also purchased a self-defense round, which I think will be my primary carry round based on my research and videos I've watched on YouTube, and that's the Hornady Critical Defense, and it did quite well. If anybody can add or provide me information, I'd love to hear from you. One video I watched on gelatin testing of 380 hollow points said that this was the best round for 380. Another video said it was the worst, so I don't know. And they recommended the Hornady Custom with the XTP bullet. So I bought this because it was $1.50 cheaper than the Custom. I'm not sure why. I'd like to hear from anybody that can give me any other additional information. But in any event, I shot all my rounds yesterday with the laser sight. I did not use, even though this comes with beautiful Meprolite tritium night sights, I did not use them. They tell you that the laser's dialed in from the factory, and I can say that it really was. I shot at 15 yards. I'm not a super marksman, but I had nice, tight, acceptable groups that I would say were within 4 to 4.5 inches. I know it could be a lot better, that, you know, if you're really skilled with your weapon and shoot a lot more than I do, you're going to be getting hopefully 1 inch to 1.5 inches. But I was satisfied. No problems, no failure to feed, no failure to eject. The gun's smooth, soft, very little recoil. And that's coming back to the whole stopping power, 9, 40, 45 being, you know, all you can rely on, and you can't rely on a 38 or 380 argument. The thing about this gun is it's easy to fire and it's accurate, and so you can put a lot of rounds on point. There's not much recoil, and so I'm satisfied with that. Again, fit and finish, beautiful. The Meprolite night sights, awesome, out of steel, dovetailed into the steel slide. The gun, I'll show you here. The slide works real easy. It's real smooth. Is empty. See, cartridge empty, nothing in there. I will drop the magazine, and you can just see this thing's real easy to operate. The trigger, different than on the Solo. I found the Solo to be a bit smoother and I think lighter. I should have done the research. I'm sorry here. I think the book says that this is like 7 or 7.5 pounds, And I've seen others online that have said that they've actually measured theirs at like 5 or 5.5. So it is a bit stiffer, but I think it's supposed to be because this is a, concealed carry defensive gun. All in all, I'm very happy with this purchase. I will try to follow up and let you know how things go with Kimber on my Solo and whether they were willing to refund. Quickly show you what comes in the box here with this gun. Not really a whole lot. Comes in a cardboard box. You get the, of course, Kimber bag, and it is the little orange thing for when you have the slide open to show that there's no round chambered. You get the Kimber manual, of course, with all the details on this gun. You get the laser grip warranty and information with the Allen wrench to go ahead and dial it in, which I'm not going to be messing with for now. You get the green Meprolite warranty, and of course the lock that comes with all guns, at least here in Pennsylvania. So that's it. Again, this is my Kimber Micro CDP LG. I'm very happy with this purchase and very happy with this gun. And let me know your thoughts. Thanks.